By my side, as always, Sweet Aaron in the building. What's up, girl?
Yes. What's up, boy?
Nada, but a whole lot. Nothing but a whole lot of good interviews, music, topics, all the stuff that we normally do, brought to you by Nexxlegacy.com. Definitely make sure you go ahead and check out the website and all things that we do. And we do have a beautiful host. You heard the single, which is available on iTunes. You can go get it right now. You can go support this young lady. Definitely talented. Definitely a young lady I would love to see in the forefront of this crazy business that we call music and entertainment. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and put in Miss Tes Swanks in the building on Branded After Dark. Tess, what's up, girl? Happy holidays.
Hello. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm beautiful.
Good.
I'm beautiful.
Thanks for calling in. No problem. I'm glad to be on here.
Feeling a certain kind of way after listening to Who I Am, which, like I said earlier, is available on iTunes. So congrats on getting that out. I mean, before we start asking just your typical questions, I mean, we got to get some of the people out there that don't know who you are a little introduction on who you are, how long you've been doing music, all that good stuff.
Okay, well, I'm Tes Swanks. I've been singing since I was 13. I've been singing locally here in Dallas. I'm from Houston, Texas. Got to represent, But music is my passion. It's something that I really love. So, yeah.
So you've been singing since 13, and since then, I mean, you just kind of, I mean, how did it hit to you? You said it's been your passion, but what made you? What was a turning point in your life that made you figure out, like, hey, you know what, I could turn this into a career?
It's really, I figured that it's just something that I love doing. Music is my comfort zone. I find comfort in singing, whether it's just listening, singing, or hearing somebody else's music. It's my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And it all started in elementary school. No one really knew that I could sing. So once my parents figured this out, they were like, "Oh no, you gotta take this further. We gotta do something."
That's like, hey, Tess, come on now, Tess, keep it real. When your folks first heard you sing, they just looked. They was like, hey, we could retire now. We could retire, and we could go ahead and just manage your career and just call it like we see it, right? That's how it was, right?
Come on, yeah, Tess. They weren't gonna keep that secret, were they?
There you go. Indeed.
Matter of fact, my mom is what I like to say, my momager. So,
hey.
Backbone, she supports, of course.
No doubt. And but you know what? How do you feel like just the simple fact that your parents are so heavily involved in your career and just making sure that everything is right? Because you know how, not just parents becoming managers, but also they know you. So they know you a little bit better if it was somebody on the outside coming in trying to be able to manage you, right?
It's very essential. I'm very grateful that I have such a good support system. They've been there since the beginning, and it's like whatever makes me happy, they're all for it, and I'm really grateful for them.
Shout out to Mom and Pops for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else do you have on your support team that inspires you?
I have to say my brothers, my sister-in-law, my two nieces and my nephews. They're basically my whole family. I look at them every day, and they give me motivation to keep writing, keep singing, because they are more encouragement besides my parents. They help me get through things, and so they keep me motivated to write.
That's what's up. Tess is our guest on Branded After Dark, hosted by Sweet Aaron. I am Branded, and the single, like we started off this show with, Who Am I, which is available. People can go pick it up on iTunes. You can go to TesSwanks.com and actually go and support the website and everything that is Tes. So with this song being out on iTunes, how have your newfound fan base and just some of the people in your circle have took on to the single? A lot of people digging it, right?
You know, people are coming from everywhere. It's getting, it's like getting noticed more than I thought it would. And I think because it's such a personal song and it has so much feeling into it is another reason why people are getting so attached to it.
That's what's up. That's right. What's up. Let me ask you this, because I've heard a handful of your music for a while, and a lot of people kind of, I guess in a lot of ways they'll drop a specific genre. Okay, well, she's pop, or she's she kind of got a little R&B soul, kind of neo-centric, kind of whatever. Like, I mean, when you first started doing music, did you have a particular genre in mind, or you were just kind of, whatever my sound is, that's how it is?
I started off saying R&B, but now it's like I'm very versatile. It's no specific genre with me. My style is my style. Whatever I'm feeling on that particular day is how I'm feeling, and that's probably how it's going to come out too. So it's just however I'm feeling like.
That's what's up.
I'm wondering when you get out there and you start, when you start meeting the people in the industry, how are you going to deal with people that are going to try to sway you to do things that you may not particularly want to do, as far as the way you come across, as far as the way what you sing, as far as what you dress like, as far, you know what I mean? Because women are on a whole other level when it comes to that kind of stuff, because we're the quote sex of it. You know what I mean? How do you plan to deal with that?
Well, I know that in the music industry you have to have a backbone. You can't be soft. And me, I'm very aggressive, and I also have a mother who's very aggressive, and you just take that criticism or a comment and you just apply it and just move on. And with me, I don't let things get to me. So like if it's something bad, I just take it and go with it.
There's one thing y'all ain't gonna do out there in this business is deal with aggressive women, 'cause they bite back. Trust me. Hey, strong women. Hey, Tes, your moms, Aaron, you too. I mean, for that matter. Hey, watch out for y'all aggressive women. I'm just saying, in the business, y'all. I'm just saying. You don't want to mess with them. You don't want to mess. To me,
no,
it's like this. And Tes, you probably can feel where I'm coming from too. It's one thing that, especially when you stand for something and you know in your heart this is not what you want to do, you gonna speak your mind, right? You gonna tell these people, you know what, damn it, this is how I do it, and either we gonna do it my way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, right?
Right.
Tes don't play. I'll be seeing you on Facebook, Tes. You don't play. I know this.
Let me ask you this: if it ever came down to where somebody was going to sign you and said, look, you're not going to make it unless you strip off half of your clothes and you start singing about this, that, and the other, or you're not going to have a career. What would you do? I mean, would that be like, okay, would you go off on a different direction or what?
If it's not for me, it's not for me. If someone was to act or tell me that, I wouldn't do it. I would rather, not do anything than to sell my soul to the devil, basically. I just wouldn't do it.
Right. So
Yeah, you ain't gonna do it.
You have
You ain't gonna do it.
That's beautiful.
Tess, you ain't gonna do it, and your mama ain't gonna let you do it. That's just pretty much how it is, too.
And I ain't gonna let you do it.
That's right.
Let you do it. So, yeah, you ain't gonna do it.
Hey, sign me up for that. I'll co-sign that, too, as Tess is our guest on Branded After Dark. And I mean, you know, one thing, and shout out to, you know, you, Tess, and to your mom, Felicia. Love you out of death. I mean, I got the single, and what I did before the show is, like, I listened to it, and I bought it. It's just like, just because y'all gave it to me doesn't mean that I feel like, you know, I'm not going to go support it. And I feel like people should go do that. I mean, especially friends, family, you know, people that really respect a good young lady doing good music. Like, I encourage y'all to go and get it. You can go to iTunes.com and just type in Tes Swanks, and you can go ahead and pick up this single, Who Am I, on iTunes. And you know, my question to you is, Tess, is like the music that you got going on right now, is your goal trying to get onto a major label, or are you just trying to build it from the ground up?
I'm going to say ground up. I'm not in a rush for anything, really. It's just taking one step at a time. So whatever falls in my lap, it falls in my lap. And I'm going to just let God take over. Whatever his plan is for me, then that's for me.
Right. So you would prefer to stay on the independent rather than a label?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
If you would prefer to stay independent rather than be on a label?
Yes, in the beginning I would.
Yes.
I think like most people, especially when they start off, like I think especially when you brand yourself and you put yourself out there and you create enough, not just of a fan base, but of a actual marketing tool for yourself, that other labels are going to come at you, and then you're going to have the first right of refusal. So they're gonna come holler at you, and then you can negotiate how you see fit. So, you know, I like the approach that you're taking, Tess, and I just really feel the vibe as far as how you come off, not just on the music level, but also how you handle yourself. But let me ask you this, because, you know, I know you're a young lady, so, you know, all these knucklehead little dudes out there, like, is it hard for you to, I mean, and that's just keeping it real. I mean, there's so many superficial dumbass dudes out there. How do you manage just, you know, not just trying to get to know a young dude, but just manage the fact that, hey, you know what, I'm a singer, and then I'm actually a person outside of singing, and then there's so many other people that just look at you as a, you know, as a singer. Okay, let me get with the singer Tess instead of let me get with the person.
Right.
There's a difference, right?
Let me get on the music.
There is a difference. And answering this question, I have to go back to my mom. My mom is, I don't want to say she's crazy, but she's goofy. I'm going to just say she is goofy, y'all, okay?
Go, Mom.
Oh, my gosh. She is, if a guy wants to, like, chill, I'm going to say chill. If a guy wants to chill, she'll ask where he lives, who his parents are, what does he expect, where are we going. Like, she has that in line, but I haven't really had problems with the knucklehead, so to speak. But
all right.
I mean, I'm just chilling.
well, this early on in the game for you. I mean, is it setting in though that you have to start watching out for people that could be, you know, trying to get on the ground level to start using you from the beginning?
Yes, I do. I have found that promoting myself more, people that I normally don't talk to on a daily basis has already contacted me trying to get back, like, into my life. And it could be, like, people that I wasn't on good terms with, so all of a sudden be like, yeah, we should chill. And it's just,
right.
it's just crazy. I find it so crazy. Like, at this point, if you're doing this at this point in my life, like, what's going to happen when I really do get up there? Like, I find it very crazy.
And I'm glad you see that now because, you know, it's just like a lot of things that people do in life, especially when you're doing more. People are seeing you active more. People are seeing your, you know, hearing your songs, and, you know, even your haters love you too. And, you know, and it gets to that point where it's just like, you know, hey, you know, I already knew what kind of person you was back then, so, hey, you trying to get in my circle now, it's not going to happen. I'm so sorry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just... That's the nature of this kind of business too. So, Tes, let me ask you this, and Tes is our guest on Branded After Dark, hosted by Sweet Aaron. I am Branded. When you see the industry right now for what it is, and you know I have my own reservations as far as how I feel about this industry. What do you see that you like, and what do you see that you don't like about this industry?
Well, I would have to say that the industry is becoming very prostitutional. Like, it's
Go ahead and say it, baby. Go ahead and say it. You can say it. Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
That was the perfect word.
They're selling to get the rappers and stuff, and it's just,
she's trying to, Tess trying to find words to say, Tess is over there trying to find words to say, but she's trying to find the right words to say it, right? Like, for real.
I just find it so unethical. Like, it's just too much going on. It's too much going on. Like, me, even though I'm part of this generation, I love music back then.
Okay.
I love rap music back then. Like, today's rap is catchy, but, you know, it can be meaningless at times.
There you go. Love it. Love it. I'm co-signing that.
Man.
I'm co-signing it. No, I mean, I feel you because, you know, I wasn't even trying to, you know, I was trying to let you say how you felt about it, but I mean, what are some of the positive things that you see in this industry now in 2013 before we go into a new year?
I do see that there's opportunity, just like our president, Obama.
Right. Right. See, y'all, she's struggling. She's trying to find a silver lining in this crazy-ass world we live in this industry.
I know that's right.
She's trying to find it.
We're trying to find one, too.
People never thought that we'd have a black president, and I find it so amazing now that we do have a black president. So you do see that there's opportunity.
No doubt. I mean, you know, I feel where you're coming from on a level like that because you always want to try to at least, you know, see something going on. And as far as in this business, I mean, I see the opportunity that you have. Like, you know, if music was so bogged down like it was back in the day, you know, we didn't have the gift of online internet, being able to put your music out there way back in the day. So, you know, having yourself do it, you know, maybe we wouldn't have heard of Tes if it wasn't for the internet or if it wasn't for certain things. So that's always a plus. But, you know, I'm always trying to, you know, look at certain opportunities that I feel like, you know, people that have the passion. You sound like you a young lady that do have passion, and I just really want to see more passionate people up front making music instead of superficial dogs in the industry. I mean, it's just how it is. I mean, on all levels, not just the musicians, but also the you know, the executives, the people that's running this, the suits. You know what I'm saying? I want to see real people put out real music because I miss that. Who do you like when you talk about throwbacks, Tes? When you talk about throwbacks, who are some of your favorite singers from you know that you get inspired off of?
Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, heat wave. The list goes on and on and on.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, what you got? Because I got a couple more questions for this young lady.
Oh, well, you just took one of my questions that you kind of asked.
Well, since I took it, I'm gonna take another one then. So you think it's something else?
Take it.
Yeah,
take it.
I'm gonna take another one.
I'm gonna give it to you. Go ahead, take it.
All right, Tes. Let me ask you a question on a personal level. What are some of your personal pet peeves? I want other people to get to know you. So what are some of the things you can't stand? You know, some of the people you can't stand. What are some of the things you like or don't like?
Okay, is to me or to y'all, it could be this could be crazy, but to me it's like for real. It's for real. Okay, but I hate when, or I'm not gonna say I hate, but it's a pet peeve when people spell my name with a Y instead of an I. Okay, that bugs me. Okay, because if y'all, I'm sorry, and let me explain that. My name is Tes Swanks. I got Tes out of my initials, so
right.
It's Tony D. Swanks. And so when people spell my name with a Y, it just bugs me. I'm sorry, I have to throw that out there.
Hey, I don't blame you.
You don't even have to be sorry, because let me tell you something. My real last name, it's the biggest pet peeve of mine when people hyphenate my last name. It's one word. You say it all together now. Yeah, I totally get that.
That's probably why you're mad at me every day then, because I do that like often. So
yes,
okay,
yes,
I get it.
Yes,
I get it.
That's why.
I get it. Got you. All right. What else, Tes? Because I know there's more than just that.
Let me see. Oh my gosh, I hate when people are smacking. Like, oh my God, I love you. Let me give you my address. And you doing food is between you and your food. What you smacking on?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You don't want your mouth open, letting everybody know what you're eating. So.
Word.
Hello. I mean, okay. I don't need you to be smacking so loud that I can taste it. Okay. I feel you. Oh my God. I love this girl.
You can follow Tes on Twitter at Tes Swanks, TESSWANKS. You can also go to TesSwanks.com. Go pick up this single, people. I encourage y'all to do it. Not just talented, she's a very beautiful young lady. And before we let you go, I'm gonna ask you one, maybe two more questions. And another one is, you know, with all the photos that you're taking right now, and like you said, you've been kind of pushing that line as far as, you know, self-promoting too, and you've been seeing a lot of people, you know, that used to be in your circle now in your circle. So, you know, when you see, you know, all these people, the photos that you've been taking, and all these guys that's, you know, foaming at the mouth and stuff like that, what is the one piece of advice that you can give, not just to yourself, but also any other young lady that's basically just trying to make it in this business? Because I know you don't come off as a superficial, material young lady. You are driven by your God-given talent. So what piece of advice you can give to these people out here that, you know, that need to start paying attention to you for just who you are as a person and the music that you give off?
A piece of advice I would give to any other young lady that's trying to make it in anything that she's doing is keep God first and everything else will fall in line. Because God has a certain plan and he knows where you are going in your life. So keep him first and everything else will fall in line. And don't let anyone tell you can't do what you want to do. That should give you more motivation to do it and show them that you did it.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
My last.
Go ahead. Go ahead with your last question.
I was just gonna say my last question is silly, but okay, it's your last supper, the last thing you ever gonna eat on this earth. What is it?
Well, that's some jail dude on death row or something like that, like your last meal or something like that. Why are you going to ask me that question?
It's the last supper.
It's a last supper, like Tess is not in jail, baby. That's the.
Let me just check and see if this is my question. I'm
just messing. I'm just playing.
I know. I love you.
She wants you to Tess. She wants you to have a last meal. Your last meal would consist of what? Lord have mercy.
If my last meal, I'm about to go to the Waffle House. So I'm just saying. So what?
Well, she's about. Well, Tess, she's about to have a last meal, but if you was to ever have one, what would it be?
I would take myself, my very last meal, I would take myself all the way to Houston, Texas, okay? And go visit good old Timmy Chan's, okay? And
all right.
Give me a good old chicken meal.
All right. See, she would go to her favorite spot. She would go to her favorite spot, and I'm cool with that because I would do the same thing. I'd go to Soul's Restaurant in East Oakland, and where I live, and go get the best kind of soul food ever on the planet. So trust me, I know where you're coming from. I could dig it.
Yes, sir.
I could dig it. So people can follow you, right, Tess, on Twitter at Tes Swanks, TESSWANKS, right? You're active on Twitter, right? So
yes,
people,
they can. I'm also on Instagram at Tes Swanks.
Y'all hear that? Y'all go hit her up on. You know what? I am following her on Twitter and Instagram and on Facebook and on the .com, and people need to go check that out. And you know what? What are your Christmas? You know, I know we're gonna talk again before Christmas though, but what would you like for Christmas, young lady?
I really don't want anything for Christmas. I just want to be surrounded by my fam, see all my fam, and just chill out. But I'm not looking for anything for this Christmas.
See, this is so beautiful.
I know, right?
You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry.
I already am.
Tess, you know what? I want to wish you the best, and I know as a station here, we're going to definitely support you. And, you know, what I want for Christmas, and it's definitely on some not really selfish kind of tip, is I definitely want to see people go and take care of that single and go show support, not just because of the talent that you have, but also, you know, the more people go and invest in an artist, the better off that artist is going to be because they can have more opportunities to be put on a bigger stage and doing shows and everything else too. So I want to see a lot of that. I mean, I just really think the world of you, and your mom knows how I feel about you. So, you know, I just really want to see you succeed and just really be put on that plateau because then when Tess gets her award for a Grammy or something like that, Soul Train Music Award, whatever it may be, hey, shouting out Nexxlegacy because, you know, we did a dope interview, you know what I'm saying, and shout out to Brandon and Aaron, and, you know, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's what I want. But no, I think, you know, I just really wish you the best, and not just happy holidays, but, you know, just continue being the beautiful woman, not just on the outside, but definitely on the inside. Real proud of you for what you've accomplished so far, and keep making music, because if that's your lifeline, don't never change that.
Yes, absolutely.
Tess, you cheesing right now?
I really am cheesing right now. It's
cheesing right now? That's what's up. We're gonna continue to support you. So, any shout outs you wanna make to your newfound fan base and the people that's been in your circle? The floor is yours.
All right. Well, I sure thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me.
Okay. You want some more shout outs? Who else you gonna shout out?
Shout out to my dad, my mom, Tony and Felicia Swanks. Shout out to the Bridge Church in Richardson, Texas. Shout out to my brother Dominique. Shout out to Mercedes. Shout out to my nieces and nephews, Brooke, Reagan, Mason, Dominique, you know.
That's what's up.
To all of California, to all of Houston, to all of Dallas, thank you guys for the support and love. I'm coming to Cali. I'm coming to get y'all area. Look out.
ASAP. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all people out there on Twitter,
Look
hashtag Team Swanks. We're going to do that all night tonight where we play music and support this young lady. We're going to hold you down for the rest of the night and beyond. So, Tess, I love you. Make sure you go ahead and stay in touch with us. And, you know, don't be a stranger to the show. Just come and kick your feet up on the chair and hang out with us anytime you want to, all right?
Of course.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank
All right,
you. Love you guys.
have a good one. Love you too. That's the beautiful, talented Tes Swanks, and we'll be back with more music and conversation on Branded.